Thank you for the privilege of serving as your president this year. I look forward to working with each of you as we continue to move our county forward. And forward we will go, even in the face of national headwinds none of us could have predicted. As FDR observed, there are many ways of going forward, but only one way of standing still. Our county will not stand still. Nor will we trim our sails. For one consequence of the unprecedented presidential election is that our work at the local level becomes even more important if the values that have defined our community are to be realized. At the same time, how we do our work matters more. In a time of great anger, our response must be to double down on respectful discourse, on listening even more carefully to what our residents are saying to us, on honoring the legitimate needs of all our residents, and on finding common ground. Fortunately, we do not need to make Montgomery County great again, but we do need to help our county fulfill its even greater promise. My priorities for the year ahead to help us fulfill our county's extraordinary promise include getting the basics right, serving as a model inclusive community, expanding the ladder of opportunity, and creating vibrant communities. Our county is a national leader on many, many issues, a fact that we are justifiably proud of. But what our residents really expect of us is to deliver on the fundamentals, get the basics right. And what is more fundamental than education? It is one of the central pillars upon which our county's reputation and the future of our kids depends. That is why we unanimously passed an Education First budget last year. Its defining element was not the dollars. It was the ability of our council to work with the school system and stakeholders to realign resources to more accurately reflect the priorities of parents. I have sought to continue that collaborative spirit by sitting down with our new superintendent, the president of the school board, our county executive, Chairman Rice, and MCEA to discuss the year ahead. I was encouraged by what appears to be a shared vision and a no-nonsense commitment to achieving it. And I will continue our longstanding efforts to ensure the state properly funds our school construction needs. Transportation, the state of our roads and traffic congestion, is another fundamental responsibility of county government. Our residents expect their roads to be well paved, and we have been behind in this area for far too many years. The solution is pretty straightforward. More dollars must be committed to this fundamental government function. Traffic congestion is a far less simple matter. It has been the top quality of life issue for our county residents for decades, as it is for most major jurisdictions across the nation. We will need a multi-pronged approach if we are to make progress. Our county must continue its quest to provide world-class transit options. The governor must step up and seriously tackle some of the nation's worst gridlock from 270 to the American Legion Bridge. We must push to implement state-of-the-art traffic signalization to reduce travel times. We can help pedestrians, bikers, and drivers by implementing Vision Zero. And last, but certainly not least, the region must pull together and insist that Metro has the resources, accountability, and governance required to produce the quality of service our region needs and deserves. We are a model community in so many important ways. Now we have the opportunity to model what a truly inclusive community looks like. Our county's diversity provides us with a unique opportunity to showcase how a rich tapestry of 170 different cultures can thrive in harmony. There are not many communities on the face of the globe that have the cultural richness of Montgomery County. And every time we tap into it, it rewards us handsomely. There are strong headwinds against this vision for our community. But as we have made clear, we will stand up to forces that seek to divide us, forces that would pit group against group, forces that spew hate speech, forces that use violence, forces that would deprive any of us of our constitutional rights. This destructive energy will not be allowed to take root here. Instead, it is my hope that we will embrace the concept of interdependence as taught by the Vietnamese Buddhist spiritual leader Thich Nhat Hanh. Interdependence recognizes that what one part of our community experience has a direct impact on the broader community. That is why we must look out for every part of our community and take care of each other. We are most definitely stronger together. If we are to fulfill our county's great promise, we are going to have to expand economic opportunities up and down the ladder. Our county's future depends on creating greater prosperity and opportunities for all our residents. We know there are too many of us struggling, and we have a pretty good idea of some of the things we can and hopefully will do to help in the year ahead, including, but not limited to, investing in entrepreneurship and workforce development, focusing on early childhood development and care, promoting economic growth throughout the county, increasing affordable housing options, and supporting our strong and effective nonprofit community. Small business is big business in Montgomery County, and their health has a huge impact on our economy and tax base. That is one of the reasons why we need to pay particular attention to their needs as we pursue our progressive agenda. One of my goals is to create in county government a small business services center geared to meet the specific needs of small businesses. We want businesses of all sizes to thrive throughout the county. Marriott's decision to relocate to downtown Bethesda reaffirms the strength of our county's private sector and will lead to a significant investment in our county. We welcome all investments in our county's future, and if we exercise our land use authority well, it will lead to more. Our goal this year should be to create vibrant, livable, transit-oriented communities. But as all of us certainly appreciate, many residents often question whether a particular vision of the future will enhance or degrade their quality of life. This is particularly true now in the Down County, where we have determined, based on solid, smart growth principles, that if we are to accommodate and plan for the future growth that is inevitable, it should be planned around transit and close to our core urban centers rather than create more damaging sprawl. Although land use decisions are inherently hard, I hope we can better reconcile these dynamics this year as we take up the numerous master plans coming our way. I think a key will be delivering real benefits to neighborhoods, benefits that offset the perceived burdens that come with redevelopment. I remain optimistic that we can achieve such an outcome in places like Bethesda. We have the opportunity to make the spine of Bethesda vibrant with world-class architecture and an enlivened streetscape, provide substantially more green community spaces, increase affordable housing, and honor our existing neighborhoods by treating the edges and transitions respectfully. Colleagues, we have work to do if we are to fulfill our county's great promise. Let's get the basics right, show the world how a multicultural community thrives, expand the ladder of opportunity, and create vibrant, transit-oriented communities. And let us model how government should go about its work, thoughtfully, respectful of differences, seeking common ground, and with a positive spirit. Thank you again for the opportunity to lead us this next year. It truly is an honor. Thank you.